Okay. Hello, you beautiful minxes out there. This is the Crystal Men. We are a Steven Universe podcast. My name's Tom.
My name is Jim.
And today we are talking about Future Vision, episode 39. One day I'll figure out what episode.
Sorry, I was trying to look up
on.
Rat Bear.
Yes, there's a bear that is pivotal to the plot of this episode.
Well, in Adventure Time, there's a character called Rap Bear.
That was Andy Samberg.
Which is different, apparently, than the Andy Samberg character, who is a different character. I'm trying to figure it out.
Also a bear?
Also a bear, because they're inside... They have a party inside someone's belly. Like a monster's belly. I can't remember. But so, yeah, we're talking about Steven's Universe.
And what episode is this?
Episode 439.
39, I was right. So this is kind of a weird one. You know, we've talked about Garnet's Future Vision during plenty of our episodes. And we kind of, this is the episode that we really get into. I mean, has she explained Future Vision before? Like,
you didn't know that Future Vision was a thing. Every time we've talked about it, it's because we know about it.
Okay, so this episode really sets the groundwork for that. And it starts off with Steven wanting to be a little bit more mature, probably after the events of last episode too, and just in general. But he's getting rid of some of his baby toys being action figures, and then he'll realize later in life that no, it's fine to have those out, and you should
be keeping those. They're probably worth money someday.
Yeah, but we get so many video game references this episode. So right off the bat, when he's talking to his action figures, you have Cloud, you have Sonic, and some sort of Blockman. But he has his GameCube out, and there's Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time.
Which it's crazy. Like, I feel like
how they can get away with that.
Yeah,
it's just different enough, I guess.
I would say like the Sonic is totally fine. Like these are different.
The Cloud,
enough.
They made him look like an anime character more so than like Cloud.
But we've talked about how like exact the GameCube is.
It's really the GameCube.
The controller is exactly a GameCube controller.
Like the Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time boxes, like. You know what it is, but it's not
blurred
detailed.
Enough that it's like, but it's funny because like when you're a kid and you watch something that has video games in it, normally it's like they're playing something.
Ohama Game Sphere, like
yes, literally.
It's just off-brand.
It's something that's so like unrelatable to a video game player, but this is like, oh,
okay,
Steven has a game fucking cube.
Even in live action shows when they're playing games, it pisses me off. They'll use the wrong controllers.
Yeah.
They'll
use like an NES controller.
Yeah, and they'll be playing like rewatching Gilmore Girls. They're playing like I think it's Soul Calibur, and they're just playing it completely wrong, and B, they're talking about like story mode, like multiplayer aspect, like it's just nothing that's actually true to the game, and it pisses me off.
I love they're playing Soul Calibur,
and for like every time they show a video game, it's the same game. So yeah, it's
Lorelai
funny.
Just loves fucking Gilmore. She's a big I can't think of a single Necro. That's Street Fighter. I can't think of a single Soul Calibur character.
We're gonna actually pause here until you think of one.
Vecna. Vecna
yes.
is one? Okay, I got one.
No.
I don't know anything about Soul Calibur.
That's a D&D character.
It is a D&D character. There is a really funny video by Stuff3, which I don't know if I've ever sent it to you, where I don't know if you got the voice actor of the guy who does like the intro dialogue.
Oh, really?
But it's like all these like internet shit posts. Where like I can't even describe it. I'll show it to you later.
I love that.
But it's so funny. It's like the man grips the rim of the porcelain bowl and fills it with his diarrhea dookie, and it's like in the game cutscenes, and it's very funny.
I love it. Just like the Halo announcer, where he's like, "Uh-oh, sting."
Exactly. It's exactly like that.
Anyway, Steven Universe. Yeah, no, it's funny to see just how realistic they are with the games, and clearly the designers love the games.
We're at 1 second of this episode. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
So he's putting away his baby toys,
and he's like, "I'm a big boy now." Oh, I can't say I'm a big boy now.
Yeah.
Which also to immediately take another derail. There's an amazing YouTube poop called Steven's Universe. Where there's a line where he says, "I'm a Christian now," and they take it from
this
part, and they take from Crystal Gem, and it's amazing. But yeah, he
We'll have
becomes a
to watch
Christian
that
for a few minutes. Yeah,
Well, actually, it's all he's been a Christian this entire time.
it's true. Actually,
Okay, the episode.
we will talk about Jesus Christ later. Steve
So
being Jesus.
he's putting away his stuff. Showing good. Again, he's really trying to be
trying
more
to be
mature
a big
now.
boy. Like, this is what you do when you're a child.
Yeah,
and you
you
want to
realize
mature.
that exactly. It's such a child's way of maturing because you're like, I'm just gonna put away my kid's stuff.
Yeah,
now
it's
I'm
very
an adult.
safe. He's not actually doing anything.
Yeah, harmless, nice. But anyway, he trips down the stairs on a tennis ball, and Garnet catches him, and he's like, "Wow, how are you always here, Garnet? How do you always know?" And she originally was hesitant to explain to him.
He
was
really
just
has
gonna
to
play it
beat
off.
it out of her. Yeah.
So she finally explains that she has future vision, and really, the whole episode is just that.
Stephen reckoning with this knowledge.
Yeah, that this exists, and that your future consists of just infinite possibilities, and there's bad ones and good ones.
So, okay, we need to drill down into this thing that Garnet says.
Yes.
I wonder if I can read it. Let me try and find. So the whole issue I have here, it's not really an issue.
It's just the way Garnet explains it.
Yeah, the way the way Garden explains this is so she talks about time. This is kind of like a very well-tread explanation of like what fate is. Like, there's many paths. It's saying it's like a river. Like, some timelines go into creeks, some whatever.
Yeah, you explain it like a branching pathway. It's the future is a series of choices that have repercussions and branch out into infinite possibilities. But she explains that like she has the map and she's the captain, which is weird.
That is the line that I really wanted to hang on. Yes, she says, I have the map and I'm the captain. So does she mean this in like a like I as in like anyone, like anybody could say that, like they are the ones steering their destiny? Or does Garnet literally, because it comes off as Garnet kind of being like a little bit power mania here, where she's like, I control the flow of time.
She's bragging in this, and
it's obviously not true, because what happens in this episode is not what she wanted.
Well, exactly. I mean, if it was true, she would have just curated the perfect timeline, basically, where just everything goes exactly how she wants it all the time.
So it's a cool line, but I think it like hurts her explanation.
I agree, because I mean, this is where we get into the weirdness of future vision. So she can see theoretically millions of possibilities for any given moment, right? Like, I assume it's based on the moment, sees all the possible branches, can explore, given think of it like Doctor Strange with Infinity War, where he's like, I went through 10 million
timelines, and
possible timelines. There's one where we win.
There's one where Iron Man kisses Thanos,
and that's the Ant-Man shoves up the butt one.
Yeah. I forgot about
that. So like, this is kind of where how far can she see in the future? Is it more immediate branches, and then it gets cloudier? Given, because I mean, ultimately it would be an infinite amount of possibilities, because one choice leads to another. But if you choose that choice, now there's more choices. Or if you didn't,
And the way that you're saying this, I'm glad you said that, because this is kind of the other way I interpreted I have the map and I am the captain, because maybe she's saying that she physically needs to like follow a path herself. It's not like she has all this instant knowledge and can just absorb it. Maybe she herself needs to kind of run through the causality of like, okay, this chain, this chain, this chain. So there's definitely realities that she's not like privy to. Like, maybe she missed out on something, or she thought something was like super not possible, so she didn't look down that line.
Well, and exactly. I think, let's say she has a radius of how far she can kind of glimpse into possibilities, because that's the only way to justify it with the whole series, given the case, like, then she would have known about Peridot, because if she could see every possibility, she would see the ones that, Peridot comes and fixes the warp pad. Like, just as a more immediate example, it's like, but she was completely shocked by that as even being an option. So
this is such an interesting idea, because really then her future vision is almost only limited to like what she knows at any given time. Because if she's unable to know about something, that she can't predict it.
I think that's a great
Maybe this is the way that I imagined it, and I'm like conveying it the right way, but
because I mean, also the way she explains it too, with like the streams being into ponds and water. Yeah, it's nonsense. Like it's
a cool visual, but yeah, we it's, as I said, it's kind of like
the actual practicality behind this kind of power is just, I mean, ridiculously overpowered. Assuming you could see all possibilities, that's just omniscience. Like,
because how could she even like take a step out? Like, because like every grain of sand would be different. You know what I mean? Like there would just be too many. How would you filter through all of the like white noise?
Or like if she doesn't know how to do something, that doesn't make any sense because she could just look at all possibilities but like
figure it out.
Let's say she's in front of a door that has a pin code. She should automatically know the pin code because she looks at every possibility of number combinations until she finds the one that works. Like
it's like the Bill and Ted thing where they're like, oh, remember to leave your keys here later so we can get them now.
Yeah, exactly. Like it, if you really think too hard about it, it doesn't necessarily work.
Yeah.
And I know they talk about it in Steven Universe Future in one episode too. I literally keep bringing it back to that for everything. But she goes into a little like the limitations of it. I know that. I don't remember exactly what was said in that episode, but I really think it's a radius. Like she can see ahead for a certain point, but she probably has to like commit the brain power to like explore these possibilities.
Which in a way makes it like, and we see her almost like pause and freeze to kind of do it, which kind of is a good like counter for this ability. Like it's not like she can just know immediately. It's like she kind of has to like commit to.
There's only so many that she can look at, and and I think that's probably what they intend. Because I mean, think about Garnet as a character too. She's very methodical in the way she talks. It's very slow. It's very deliberate. Like.
Even you could even say like all the time that she is silent is like her just processing.
Yeah, just exploring different possibilities.
That must be so confusing though when things don't happen and you saw something happen.
And you're like, why didn't this happen?
Yeah, but also to have that memory. It's like when you have a dream and like you first wake up out of a dream and you're like, wait, is this real? Is this a memory or is this a?
It's I mean. I will say, having this power set would be a nightmare. I would never want this because he would. I mean,
Steven,
just the idea of it drives Steven crazy. This episode,
exactly, yeah, and it's really it just becomes. It's not like what good things will happen. It's always what horrific, bad, terrible.
And how do I avoid those things? So. To fast forward a little bit into the episode, Garnet explains it. Steven's amazed. They also have, this is just a very cute one of those Garnet Steven episodes that the other gems have almost no role in the episode.
They are in it for like
they're in it for a
second. Yeah,
I think they always like include the other gems for like a millisecond in these kinds of episodes,
so that the Pearl fans can fucking not riot.
Can still
Jo
flick the bean, whatever. But. They're having a really cute outside moment. They linger on this scene for far longer than they have to. They're doing a little workout routine outside.
It's so like
silly and
this little like calisthenics thing I think is like a very Japanesey kind of like doing your calisthenics with like the radio as like it's like a radio broadcast. I really love this. It feels like they're trying to do like a Ghibli thing or something.
Yeah.
They're trying to do like an extended like real life moment. And I really love the little detail. Steven leans down to pick up the weights. Garnet puts her arms up and then
makes her
gauntlets and that's her weights. Like
I did have a question logistically thinking about this. Do gems like need to exercise?
I was
or
thinking
work
this
out?
too.
They can form their body into how like Garnet could just make more muscle if she wanted to, right?
Like, I was thinking this too because like what is muscle? Like when you're exercising, you're essentially scarring your muscles, right? Like you're stretching them out.
You're ripping your muscle so then it rebuilds itself, knowing that you have that kind of stress test in your future. It rebuilds with extra muscle to accommodate for that. That's what bodybuilding and strength gaining is. It's just ripping your muscle and regrowing it bigger. For a gem, muscle doesn't even apply. Like
she's
you're
just
made
doing
of light.
This for fun.
Yeah,
like, this is just another like humoring Steven. Like,
but like aside from the mental, like Pearl doing like a dance routine, let's say, because then you're remembering the steps. You're kind of getting that like brain
full
memory.
Body experience. Yeah.
Like I can understand that. It's like playing the piano. Like you learn it, but like anything strength and endurance related just doesn't make any sense for a gem. But so just a fun little thought. I mean, kind of same for Steven. Like he really could just make a bigger body if he wanted to.
He could,
I mean,
theoretically. But then he wouldn't be Natty.
he wouldn't be Natty. Also, they really make Steven tiny this episode.
He is, yeah.
He is very small. The animation is wild this episode. It goes from like you could tell that, they weren't committing too much budget to the animation.
Yeah.
But there's so many different art styles that kind of happen, and like...
Yeah, they do play around with the sort of like alternate future vision things that Steven imagines are in this way cartoonier style.
And like there's cartoon moments when he's with Garnet. Like this whole calisthenics thing looks way different than the rest of the episode.
That's why this episode felt really weird. Like we talked about this after.
Disjointed almost.
Yeah, it's a very like pivotal lore episode, but as an episode, it's like, I don't know. I think that was like the big staying power at the time, or what do you call that? Like it had like this big impact because it was like, oh my god, this is so important.
Yeah,
but in
the
hindsight,
plot of the episode with what they discussed,
I wouldn't care to rewatch this one compared to like a lot of the other ones.
Once you know about Future Vision, there's no point. I mean, you've got this episode is entirely devoted to that.
But compare this to Lion 3 direct-to-video. I know what happens in that episode. It's a big reveal, but every moment of that episode feels so powerful and impactful.
That's a very good point. Like the emotional just impact of it all is so much different.
Feel it. Like I would watch that episode again right now.
Same. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, there's definitely episodes where they don't give as much love to because you have a budget, you can only afford to do like so many crazy episodes.
This episode's leaning more comic forward too. It's trying to be funnier. Apparently, because I was looking up the storyboarder, this storyboard pair, which is Lamar and Helen Jo, I just looked them up. They're apparently not Abrams and Helen Jo. This is like seen as one of the lesser favorite pairs, apparently for a lot of the illustrations. Steven was very small. He's very like
characters were a little
old style Steven. Steven gets a little round, but like Steven's very round, but Steven gets like rounded as time goes on. And I feel like this was like a more bumpy Steven.
Yes, yeah.
He had the big like classic bean mouth sort of head.
I will say there were fun animation moments, like when he was asking Garnet to go to the donut shop and just the cut to his eyebrows.
Very funny, yeah.
Like it was a funny episode.
These are good gag. I can like in hindsight though, it's like very gag heavy. Like I can see why.
Yeah, they had one thing to go with this episode, and then the rest was just filled with gags, basically.
Was it this episode or the last one that had all those great Pearl expressions in the beginning? I think it was the last one.
It was last episode.
Damn, I want to talk about that. I loved all those Pearl expressions.
Yeah.
She never gets to be cartoony like that.
But anyway, after the calisthenics, Steven's just getting more info.
But I do love that like Steven does the thing where he's like, because Garnet wants to spend more time with Steven. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the whole point of this episode.
And then she thinks it over. So she's going through the day as he asks her, and he's doing his stupid eyebrow trick as he's waiting to see if she'll say yes to go with the donut.
Yeah, so I guess there you go. I mean, she's contemplating all the different paths she could take.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost argue it like she has a blank map that she is manually filling out in her mind. But
and you have to remember all that shit. Yeah, it's a hellish power. Ugh. But so okay, that episode.
She goes to the donut shop. Steven's just asking like stupid questions
like,
about
what is that Sadie gonna say when I say hi?
And
Garnet got it wrong because she said, "Oh hey Steven."
That's true. It wasn't.
She just said hi. She said she'll probably say hi, but she didn't say hi. She said, "Oh hey Steven."
You're technically right.
Or she said, "Oh Steven, hey." I think she said actually.
Oh Steven, hey.
Yeah, that was a good Sadie.
Thanks.
and then there's I love this gag too about like there's a couple possibilities with Lars. There's one universe where I'm gonna say that there's one timeline where
he could get a high five,
and then there's two where he'll get like 5th degree burns or just something
third degree
silly.
burns. Yeah, and Steven's like fuck it,
a high five from Lars.
And again, I feel like Lars was just animated differently than the rest of them this episode.
He was. Also, it feels really weird so he spills the coffee. It's like super hot coffee, and then Garnet takes the blow for Steven because she knows it's coming.
Yeah.
And then Lars is like, "Oh, Garnet, you okay?" I was like, this feels out of character. Lars should be like, "Oh, this fucking bitch is here again."
Well, I mean, I think, like, he's...
It's a very, like, real moment, actually.
The townies... It's what they understand about the gems, who knows? Because, he's like any other person I would have just given scalding burns to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think if it landed on Steven, he would have been like, Steven, you idiot.
Yeah, he probably. Steven's like screaming, like Sadie's trying to take him to the hospital. That's exactly like Lars would be cruel. It's weird that he's like he shows any sort of like, oh, are you okay? But then
Well, because it's a big lady.
it is. That's true. We
Big,
do
pretty
know
lady.
he is attracted to women
And
and androgynous and beautiful non-binaries.
This was the moment in the episode that Steven's like, oh shit, like bad
Danger is
things
real.
can happen to me, and then he starts thinking about all the bad possibilities that the future could bring, and starts freaking out more and more throughout the episode.
And it's funny too because like explicitly he's told the bad thing is more common than the good thing, and the bad thing will happen because it's like 2 universes where it happens and one where he gets a high five.
Yeah, at least for this instance, yeah.
It's like he's learning the lesson badly.
And so he starts to freak out, and then it cuts to him making a sandwich in the temple, and
He's got a helmet on.
which, okay, I also thought this, just like 4 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, he was drifting into the abyss of space and was like, well, guess I'm dying.
That's why this episode feels so weird. Like Steven does not feel like a character that would fear death.
That's kind of what I mean.
If
Like,
that sounds weird.
like he kind of not welcomes death, but is like, well, shit, like.
No, because I think at that time, like Steven was relieved that he was correct, and also he was super tired.
Yeah.
So you can be like, oh well, he's really tired. He's just falling asleep. But
I just
no,
don't
like
think he would worry about all of the bad, and also like,
not in this way. I feel like he'd be more proactive. He'd be like, all right, well, I'll do that instead of being paralyzed by fear, because that's what happens. He's paralyzed by fear.
and I know we're still really early, Steven, too, but like, I don't even think any of those things would actually kill him. I think he'd be fine.
No.
I think if he could probably get his like a limb chopped off and just instantly grow it back. Like,
Yeah, he Piccolo's it.
I mean,
That'd be awesome to see that happen, but with like human red blood. Because you know Piccolo's got the purple blood or whatever. It's like how
yeah.
it splurts out.
green.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, come on.
Really? His blood's green?
I'm pretty sure it's green.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have to look at that later. I'm 90% positive Piccolo's blood is
Check
green.
the tapes. I just whatever. I don't care.
No, we have to know. But yeah, and so now Garnet's a little bit worried. She makes a joke about the mayonnaise, though, like, "Oh, that'll kill you faster."
I do like that.
That was a good little bit.
Steven doesn't use the knife on the mayonnaise, and then he splurts the whole thing. Very disgusting imagery too.
Ugh. But yeah, they're going on a mission without Steven, and Garnet's like, you are the captain of your own future. Like, you get to decide. Just don't go on the roof. And of course, after they go on the mission, it's like a rainy evening again. We're getting a lot of rain imagery recently, which is nice. I love a good rainy night like that. But it's stormy night, and Steven's like, I'm supposed to be a crystal gem, damn it. Like, I cannot be afraid like this. I'm going on the roof.
Which yeah, I just love. It's like the classic self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
don't go on the roof. Oh,
You don't
my God, I
tell
gotta go
someone
on the
not
roof.
to do something. Like,
Yeah.
But so he goes on the roof. You see the warp pad activate again. Garnet runs out. Wonder where the other 2 are. She's probably like, "You stirred." Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's funny how like she doesn't see Steven for like 1 second and then runs outside. It's just kind of.
She was probably, my headcanon is that she was on the mission and was thinking about it herself. So was probably distracted like during the mission, kind of perusing through possibilities and like, oh shit, a lot of these possibilities have Steven on the roof.
Yeah.
Let's go explore. But yeah, she comes out and Steven's giving kind of a soliloquy about the futility of fate versus
he
fatalism.
He truly is questioning his mortality at this time.
and saying like, well, if I'm scripted to die, then let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
And then Garnet apologized.
Which is such a wild.
It really is a tonal shift from him hugging Garnet at the beginning of the episode and being like, ha, I'm a big boy.
Garnet makes fun of Kill Myself. But then I do like the reveal where Garnet, he's like, what did you want to avoid? And she's like, this. Like,
yeah, I didn't.
Your mental breakdown.
Yeah. And it's interesting that, so, I mean, she says like she took a gamble because there were possibilities where this happened and there were possibilities where Steven just kind of innately understood and they got closer because of it. But she shouldn't have done that. And like, I disagree that she shouldn't have done that. Like, that's the whole point of this episode is like, you just forge your own path and you can have future vision as kind of like a radar, but like you can't rely on it for everything.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's not reliable. Just like, and full stop. And it's another example of like just treating Steven with kid gloves, like maybe for the best, maybe for the worst. Like,
and this is like Garnet was afraid of this possibility because it would be difficult for her to like explain to see, like sometimes people need to experience bad things to grow from it, and I think this was a perfect example of that. Like Steven kind of came to the realization afterwards that he was being, ridiculous, and like hugged Garnet, and they did become closer because of it. And like as a parent, you need to have those kind of difficult conversations with kids. Like you can't just protect them from the universe and at the expense of them having any type of growth or maturity or development. Like,
and I think we talked about this last time, but like the idea that Steven himself has had this weird childhood where like it's almost like he's been built into this like he's been protected so long, he's like way too fragile for where he is right now, so that this is like the tiny little push that just sends him off the edge.
Realizing, oh shit, there's actual consequences to potential actions.
Literally, that's hilarious. Like, oh my god, there's consequences for my actions.
Like, oh, if I go touch a shark, I might get bit. Like, whoa. But I mean, it's important. It's just another example of the gems not really, I mean, trying their best, and like they really are trying their best, but not necessarily being the best at parenting, at least from a human perspective, It's also got to be weird, like thinking about a gem. They don't have, like, gems don't have parents, they don't have that kind of family unit normally. It's just
because they're fully formed.
Yeah, you're
like
fully
Adam.
formed. You have all of the knowledge of like, I'm assuming kind of like you downloaded the library of like what Homeworld is, what everything is. So for them to like raise a creature that knows nothing and to be like, oh, like I have to teach you everything. That's weird. It's foreign. It's alien to them, as alien as they are to like Steven and other humans.
Yeah.
But just interesting food for thought.
But yeah, that was the episode. I thought it was fine.
It was fine. It was an important lore drop, like you said. I don't think.
Like, I just imagine how could this have been done better? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know if you could. I'm sure you could have done it better, but like, I don't know how it could have been done better.
You needed to. I really do think for a power that big, you did need to devote an entire episode to explaining that. Like, it couldn't have just been Garnet saying, "Oh, I have future vision," as like a one-off in a larger episode. But I don't know. I mean...
Yeah, and maybe I'm also asking too much. Like, I don't know if I'm asking too much. Like, should we have a sequence where we see, like, Garnet flash through a bunch of possible timelines? Like, is that too cheesy? Like, is that helping any? It doesn't really... You know what I mean?
I guess if they maybe could have just explained it slightly better than the explanation just being a river analogy. But past that, I mean, I don't... It's a hard kind of episode to play with, I would say.
Yeah, I agree because you're kind of just trying to get this point across. But she should have said, Steven, I'm in a river and you're denial.
That's so good, Jimmy. That was a really good outro. Anyway, excited for whatever the next episode is. Hopefully not a county episode.
I will say, I looked it up. Piccolo does have purple and green blood.
What?
So when he regenerates, he does regenerate with like green blood.
Okay, that's what I was. It's more like that mucus.
Yeah, I think it's and then when he gets punched, he like spews out like out of his mouth. But then also apparently there's some times where he's just red blood, which looks so incorrect.
That's Dragon Ball. I'm gonna say.
Oh, it must be Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z always been purple.
Remember Orange Piccolo? I miss Orange Piccolo. That was funny.
Beast Gohan, man. I don't care if it's a cop-out. I love Gohan, and I just want him to be the strongest again. Anywho, give us a sick outro, Jim. Yawning. That's a perfect one.
If I have future vision, I would look in to see what the best ending of the podcast would be.
Oh, fuck. I would absolutely just go gamble. Anyway, bye.